Lamai, good evening. So let's start. Right. Hari. Okay. මම හිතනවා අද newcomersලා නැතිව ඇති කියලා, but anyhow, if you are a newcomer, but now we are at the end of soil unit. Soil unit means your 15th unit. ඔයාලගේ 15 වෙනි පාඩම. grade 7 third term syllabus එකේ තියෙන 15th unit එක තමයි soil කියලා කියන්නේ. Okay? So we'll start the third part of the soil unit, and we'll try to complete this within these 2 hours. If time permits, we can start the 16th unit. 16th unit එක අපිට පටන් ගන්න පුළුවන් time එක ඇති වුණා. හරි. Okay guys. Right. So soil ගැන කතා කරනවා නම් පුතේ. Now we can identify several minerals, different types of minerals which presents in the soil. Right? Which presents in the soil. So guys, soil is a mixture. Soil is a mixture, and it's act as the main surface, or the thing which supply nutrients and required minerals to the plants. And also we can observe soil organisms, and soil do supply our required water and even the respiratory gases in order to survive them. Right. So with that, we'll have a fresh start. And today now we'll discuss about the soil organisms. Today we need to discuss about the soil organisms. Ada patan ganne soil organisms lage. Okay, so simple. Hari lesi katawak. Why? Now guys, if you inspect, if you observe soil sample from maybe like a wet environment under a shade, maybe you can observe some insects there. You can observe some insects as well as some worms, like earthworms. Okay, so those organisms are we can observe through our naked eye. අපේ පියවියෙන් බලන්න පුළුවන්. That means we can categorize them as macroorganisms. Now the macroorganisms are the organisms where we can observe through our naked eye. Right. Okay, simple. But not only that, right? Now today we need to confirm, අපි දන්නේ නැහැ, but we need to confirm whether some microorganisms present in soil. පුතේ soil එකේ microbes ලා ඉන්නවද කියලාත් අපි අද බලන්න ඕනි. But අර insects ලා ඉන්න එක, that's very simple. Just by having a soil sample, you guys can observe that. Even for better magnification, you can use hand lens. අත්කාචයක් උනත් use කරන්න පුළුවන් in order to magnify these sort of macroorganisms. Macroorganisms කියන්නේ අපේ ඇහෙන් පේන අය. Okay? Right. Okay, got it? Hi. Simple. Next thing. Now, it's not possible to observe microorganisms through our naked eye. Ne? පියවියෙන් microbes ලා බලන්න බෑනේ. We don't have such magnification power, no? We don't have such magnification power. So we can conduct simple experiment in order to observe, or in order to prove that some sort of microorganisms are there. පුතේ soil එකේ microbes ලා ඉන්නවද කියලා බලන්න. එහෙමනම් ඔයා microscope එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න ඕනේ. Right? හරිද? But ඊට වඩා වෙනත් විදිහකින් අපි ඕක prove කරන්න තමයි. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඕක ඇත්තටම ඉන්නවා කියලා microbes ලා අපි බලන්න තමයි යන්නේ. But with very simple activity. Very simple activity. Got it? Okay. හරි. ඒක බලන්න කලින් අපි පොඩ්ඩක් කතා කරමු. What sort of what sort of advantages and or even what sort of functions we can observe with them. අපිට microbes line එකෙන් බලන්න පුළුවන් functions මොනවාද? What kind of functions? What do you think? Yes, anyone? Anyone here can explain or can input some advantages maybe, or even the functions, or even the functions of microbes or the macroorganisms to the soil, towards the soil? Anyone?
Fixing of nitrogen in the atmosphere.
Okay, perfect. I'll explain that. Okay, very good. Anything else?
When clouds stick holes, the soil is loosened and air
Very good.
into
Very
the
good.
soil.
Very good. Very good. Anything about the microorganisms again?
Giving minerals.
Sorry?
Giving minerals.
Giving minerals, like, but microorganisms, yes, but not directly, but indirectly, they may provide. Okay, guys, now it's like this. Now listen. So as you mentioned earlier, number one, these microorganisms are capable of converting the atmospheric nitrogen into absorbable forms. Into absorbable forms. අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා higher grades වලදී තව වැඩිපුර ඔය ගැන. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ plants වලට ඕනි nitrogen. සමහර plants වලට වැඩිපුර ඕනි. As example, you can consider legume plants. Legume plants. In Sinhala, what we call Ranila Boga. Ranila Boga. Right? So, for these legume plants like beans, long beans, this sort of plants, microorganisms convert the atmospheric nitrogen into absorbable forms. අර soil වල තියෙන nitrogen gas එක එයා convert කරලා දෙනවා මේ plant එකකට absorb කරගන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට. Good නේ? Okay. Number one. And not only that, these microorganisms are directly involving decaying of dead plant and dead animals. Right? Decaying of dead plants and dead animal matter. Got it? මේ microbes ලා පුතේ මේ මැරුණු සත්තු, මැරුණු ශාක කොටස් decompose කරනවා, දි รา පත් කරන්න උදව් කරනවා. And then, as you mentioned, the parts of these plants or the animals will again supply required nutrients. අර පසට අවශ්‍ය පෝෂක පදාර්ථ ආපහු ඒ වලින් ඇති වෙනවා. Right? So microbes play a very big role, right? Yes. And one more thing. Wala kiwa. Now these soil insects, they move, not all insects like worms, they move here and there inside the soil by digging holes. Hill hadagena, eheta meheta yanawa. Right. Then what will happen? Yes, soil get loosened and then can store more and more, more and more, maybe water. Got it? Right. So those are the very important functions of soil organisms, which includes even the soil microbes. Got it? Hari. Right, guys, okay. දරුවෝ මෙහෙමයි. අපි note එකට යන්න කලින් දැන් ඔයාලා මේ පාඩම අහගෙන ඉන්නවනේ. දැන් මම explain කරනකොට. මොකද මගේ පාඩමේ ඔයාලට තේරෙන්නේ නැති දරුවෝ මේ note එකත් superb විදිහට දෙනවා වගේම ඔයාලට explanation එකක් කරනවානේ මම. නේ? ඔයාලට explanation එකක් කරනවා. ආව ගමන් හාලියා ගන්න මෙන්න soil microbes එහෙම කියන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වැඩක් නැහැනේ. Right, ඔයාලට මම කියන දේ හොඳට පැහැදිලි වෙන්න. First thing. But mama කියන දේ පැහැදිලි නැත්තම්. First, you guys can raise your hand or you can talk and ask what it is. Please explain again. මේ class එකේ mics mute කරන්න නෑ මගේ classes වල. Right? Mics mute කරනවා හදිස්සි වැඩක් අර දන්නේ නැද exam එකක් ඒ වගේ වෙලාවට. If not, mics you guys can unmute. Mics unmute කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඇයි ඒ? වෙන classes වල දෙන්නේ නැති එකක් මගේ එකේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ. You guys can ask questions. ඔයාට මගෙන් ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න පුළුවන්. Definitely. තේරුම් නැත්නම් අහන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay? හරි. But if not, you have the recordings. You guys can receive recordings within like one day. දවසක් වගේ ඇතුළත හම්බ වෙනවා recording එක. Please refer to that. Please refer to that recording and then try to memorize this. නැවත අහන්න. පාඩම් කරන වෙලාව තියෙනවානේ. වීඩියෝ එක ගන්න. චුට්ටක් අහන්න explain කරන ටික. ඔය YouTube එකේ ඉන්න බලන්නේ. එහෙට මෙහෙට යවන්න පුළුවන්නේ. මේක දන්නවා. ඕනේ යවන්න. Like that you can listen to these recordings again and again. Right, with that we'll start our today's topic. You guys can write this: soil organisms. We'll write the topic: soil organisms. Soil organisms. Put today's data and write this topic. Hari? It's so simple. We need to try out one experiment here. Right? Regarding the soil organisms. Okay, we'll write a very small introduction about this, and then we'll try out that experiment. We'll write soil organisms are a diverse group of diverse කියන්නේ ලොකු පරාසයක diverse group of living organisms found in the soil playing crucial roles in number one nutrient cycling number two soil structure formation number three organic matter decomposition. Number four, helps to retain soil, air and water. Next point. These organisms These organisms range from microscopic bacteria and fungi to large organisms like earthworms and insects and insects and insects. Hurry up. So, Puti, now look at this. These are the crucial roles that they plays by being in soil. Soil වල ඉඳලා මෙන්න මේ දේවල් අපිට කරලා දෙනවා. Right? Okay. Nutrient cycling. ඒ මොකක්ද? බයිසිකල් පදිනවද? බයිසිකල් පදිනවා. Is that so? No, no. Right? Nutrients. Soil වල තියෙනවා nutrients. Plants වල තියෙනවා nutrients. අපේ ඇඟේ තියෙනවා nutrients. අපි මැරුණාම, plants මැරුණාම, that means living organisms මැරුණාම, ඒ nutrients ටික again back to soil දෙන්නේ කවුද? These organisms, most probably by the microorganisms. Got it? Dirapat karala. By the decomposition process. By the decomposition of dead animals and dead plants. Right. Soil structure formation. Hurry. Where first day kedi api gana got about the humus. Humus. Right? Formed by these organisms. So, constituent of soil. Then organic matter decomposition. Yes. Interrelate with the nutrient cycling. So organic matter will decompose continuously with the aid of soil organisms and most probably soil microorganisms. Then helps to retain soil air and soil water. This helps to retain the soil air as well as the soil water. Right? Okay? Good. These organisms range from microscopic bacteria and fungi. With the soil එකේ ඉන්නවා microscopic bacteria as well as the microscopic fungi. Got it? Right. ඒ දෙන්න තමයි වැඩිපුරම ඉන්නේ. අනිත් පැත්ත ඉන්නවා. වැඩිපුරම ඉන්නේ මෙන්න මේ bacteria and fungi to large organisms like earthworms and insects. Hurry up and write. ඊට පස්සේ අපි try out කරමු අපේ අර මොකද්ද? experiment එහෙම නැත්නම් activity එක. Hurry up and write. ඉක්මන් කරන්න පුතේ. So this is so simple.
Finish, sir.
Finished. Okay. Others, hurry up. I'll give like 1 minute. 1 more minute. Finish copying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All done. Okay, perfect. So, could you please answer very simple question? Churi question එකට answer එකක් දෙන්නකෝ.
Sir, don't.
Okay, okay. මම මෙච්චර erase කරන්න. අනිත් ටික තියෙනවා. හරි? Very simple question. Write this question. List out some macro and microorganisms. List out some macro and microorganisms which lives in soil. Hurry up and answer this question. You guys need to mention some macro and microorganisms. Both the macro and microorganisms. Khalid, what are you doing? No whiteboards, huh? Finished?
No, sir, 1 minute.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, I'll write then. ඔයාලත් answer එක බලන්න මගේ තියෙනවට වඩා තියෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. මගේ ලියලා තියෙනව නැත්නම් ඔන්න ඔයාලට ලියා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. Right. Microorganisms ලා ගත්තත් පුතේ අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන් කවුද? Fungi. Then bacteria. And then we have the protozoa.
So is this micro, macro?
Yeah, මේ තියෙන්නේ microorganisms. These are the microorganisms. Even the algae. We can observe the algae. Then what about the macroorganisms? අපෝ ඒවා නම් ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Nematodes, පණු. Mites. Bugs, very good. Spiders.
Millipedes.
Millipedes or centipedes.
Earthworm.
Earthworms.
Slug.
Very good. Ants.
Slug.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Why? Spiders. Spiders manduna. Beetles. Ground beetles.
Slug.
Slugs.
Platforms.
Yes. But you guys can copy, huh? And you can add more. Main daru. Macro. These organisms are the macroorganisms where you guys can observe inside the soil. Hurry up. But you can add more. Make විතරක් නෙමෙයි තව ඉන්නවා ඉතින්. හරිද? You can
Sir.
add more here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Pute?
Sir, can we take amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas to microorganisms?
Amoeba.
Paramecium, chlamydomonas, germs.
Amoeba, paramecium, most probably මෙහෙමයි. Now in wet water, wet soil with moisture, yes, right? But most probably fungi, bacteria, protozoa, and algae, we can observe now. Most probably algae in the outer surface of the soil. Outer surface එකේ තමයි ඔය algae එහෙමත් තියෙන්නේ.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So we can continue, right? Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Now, just imagine you guys need to identify whether microorganisms are really present in the soil. But hope you don't have a microscope. What a microscope එකක් නෑ, but you need to prove that the soil contaminated with these sort of microorganisms. Why? Now, these organisms are macroorganisms. So macroorganisms are somewhat large organisms, and we can observe them by our naked eye. But if not, just imagine eyesight එක එච්චර හොඳ නැහැ කියලා. But at least you can use a hand lens and like 10x magnification. With 10x magnification, you can enlarge these organisms and observe. But the thing is, with that sort of hand lens, it's not possible to observe these organisms. Why? They are micro. Yala, microorganisms, or even what we call in Sinhala, Shudra Jivin. Hare, ekatti balanna, PAVය හැම බෑ. From our naked eye, it's not possible to observe them. Hare, මොකක්ද කරන්න ඕනේ? Microscope එකකුත් නෑ. We don't need to identify fungi ඉන්නවා, bacteriaත් ඉන්නවා, protozoaත් ඉන්නවා, algaeත් ඉන්නවා. No, not like that. But just the presence of them. එන්නවා කියලා identify කරගන්න. Yes, we have a very simple method. We'll see how. අපි බලමු කොහොමද කියලා. Right, okay. පුතේ, now these microorganisms, you know, when microorganisms contaminate, when there is a microorganism contamination with the food, microorganism contamination with the food, what will happen? What will happen if microorganisms contaminate with your food? What sort of thing you can observe? What kind of changes you guys can observe? Tell me.
Color changes.
You can observe color change. Perfect. Appearance. Yes, the appearance. Structure-wise. The smell.
The
may
smells.
change. Yes. Very good.
The taste.
Taste even. Perfect. Even the taste. Yes. So, by doing such, yes, Fateh, by doing such activity, so simple activity, we can confirm the presence of microorganisms in the soil. Let's see how it is. Right? Okay. Putih, write this topic. Lian me topic ek Putih. Activity. Activity. To observe whether microorganisms are present in the soil. Present in the soil. Then the method. අපි method එක draw කරලා පෙන්නමු නේද? method එක වෙනද වගේ draw කරමු. Now for this activity you guys need to have two identical test tubes. එකම වගේ test tubes දෙකක් තියෙන්න ඕනි දරුවෝ. Right? Identical test tubes like this. Two identical test tubes. And they need to add soil samples, but for one test tube, you need to add heated soil sample. And for the other, non-heated soil sample. And for the other non-heated soil sample. Non-heated soil sample. And then add some milk, but boiled milk. And then by using cotton stoppers, you can close the two test tubes. So I'll name these two diagrams cotton stoppers. These are the cotton stoppers. And we have the two test tubes. Two identical test tubes. And then the boiled milk. Boiled milk. With the red color can see heated soil sample from the black color. Non-heated. We have non-heated soil sample. Red color එකෙන් දැම්ම heated එක. මෙයාගේ දැම්ම non-heated එක. Soil sample එක. That's all. Hurry up. Okay guys. Could you please copy? Copy කරගන්න පුතේ මම explain කරන්නම් ඔයාලට. පුතේ ඔයාලා method එකටම අර මම ලියලා තියෙන part එකත් ලියා ගන්න. take a soil sample from a place and divide into two equal portions. And divide into two equal portions. Hey, divide. Here, this should be I, yeah? Not E. And divide into two equal portions. Hurry up.
Finished.
Okay, what about the others? ළමයි? අනිත් අයට time එක ඕනිද? ඉවරද?
Wait a minute.
Okay, hurry up. ළමයි done? පුතේ හරිද?
Finish, sir.
Finish, okay, now enough. Right. පුතේ now look මේ බලන්න. Right, මේ බලන්න දරුවෝ. හරි. පුතේ now we have two test tubes. Those tubes are identical. එක හා සමානයි. And then first of all you need to take a soil sample from one place and divide it into equal halves. සමාන කොටස් දෙකකට බෙදා ගන්න. Two portions. and you guys need to boil one sample. එක sample එක කොටසක් හොඳින් රත් කරගන්න. And add that heated soil sample to one test tube while adding the remaining sample to the remaining test tube. Right? Okay, perfect. And then take some boiled milk, උතුරාගත්ත milk ටිකක් අරගෙන දෙකටම add කරා. And take a cotton stoppers and place like this. Right. So what you guys can observe after hours? What you can observe after hours? පැය ගානකට පස්සේ ඔයාලට බලන්න පුළුවන් observation එක. What kind of observations you can observe? Tell me.
Observe the organisms. Coagulation of milk.
The color change.
Color change. Okay. What else?
Coagulation of milk.
The smell.
The smell.
The smell.
The smell. Very good. What else?
The coagulation of milk in the non-heated.
Coagulation of this milk. Yes. Coagulation. Coagulation refers to කැටි ගැහෙනවා. කැටි ගැහෙනවා. Okay. Now normally this milk is a kind of a liquid, but after several hours you guys can observe one sample මෙයා හරි දෙනගෙන් එක්කෙනෙක් coagulate වෙලා තියෙනවා. කිරි ටික ඔක්කොම කැටි ගැහිලා තියෙනවා බලන්න පුළුවන්. The question is, in which sample you guys can observe that? In which test tube? This one or this one? Heated sample or non-heated sample, you can observe that coagulation of milk. Which one?
Unheated soil sample.
Unheated sample.
Unheated soil sample. Can anyone explain the reason for your observation in unheated soil sample? Anyone?
The microorganisms.
Unheated soil sample. Microorganisms in the soil died in unheated soil
The heated soil sample don't have didn't present the microorganism.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect answer. Right. Lamai. Now, the soil sample which you taken from this some sort of place, it contains some microorganisms. But by heating, we can avoid or we can destroy all these microorganisms. We can kill them just by heating. We can destroy them. We can destroy those microorganisms just by heating. That's why. Right? But here, non-heated soil sample, it contains some sort of microorganisms. Why? It's not heated. And those microorganisms are as it is. Right? Okay. So therefore, what will happen with this milk? Then කාට හරි කියන්න පුළුවන් මෙහෙම. ඉතින් අනේ ඕකේ ඔය මේ milk කොළ හිටියද දන්නෙත් නෑනේ කියලා. Milk
Sir,
කොළ ඉන්නත් පුළුවන්.
The milk is boiled, then there's microorganisms
Very
also.
good, very good. So you can observe this milk already boiled. Why boiled milk? While boiling, all the microorganisms may destroy. We can assume that by boiling, all the microorganisms destroyed. Simple. Saralai. Got it? What next? ඊළඟට මොකක්ද? ඊළඟට කොහොමද? හරි? What next? පුතේ. Now, for both the test tubes, we had boiled milk, no? But here we have non-heated soil sample and microorganisms will act on this and they'll change the structure of this milk, liquid to solid. Liquid to solid, that's what we call the coagulation. That's what we call the coagulation. ඒකට අපි කියනවා coagulation කියලා. Then write the observations, Puti. Then write the observations. පුතේ මෙන්න මේ point එක ලියවෙ නැති දරුවෙක් ඉන්නවා ලියා ගන්න. අන්තිම point එක විදිහට මම දුන්නේ. Right, we'll write milk in the test tube with unheated soil sample will coagulate faster than the sample with heated soil. With the heated soil. අනිත් එකත් coagulate වෙනවා, but much slower. ටිකක් හිමින්. I'll explain why. මම ඒක ඇයි අනිත් එකත් වෙන්නේ කියන දේ කියන්නම් ඔයාලට. Then write this the conclusion. What is the conclusion?
Microorganisms are present in the soil.
Very good, very good. We'll write like this. Coagulation of milk is a microbial activity. Microbial activity. The milk in contact with the unheated soil sample coagulate much faster due to the presence of microorganisms in the soil. But in heated soil sample, most of the microorganisms are destroyed and due to the remaining small amount of microbes, we can observe Delayed coagulation.
Excuse me, sir.
Delayed coagulation of milk. Right, hurry up.
Sir, you at 2 with in the observation last row.
Milk in the test tube with
The
unheated soil
with
sample
heated. Sir.
will coagulate faster than the sample with දෙපාරක් clear. With, thank you. With heated soil. With heated soil. Finish, okay. ළමයි මේක ලියන්න එපා. මේක ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඔයාලා ලියවන්න.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Puti, tell.
Sir, in the in the heated soil, is there like a little bit of coagulation in that?
Sorry. ආයෙත් කියන්න පුතේ.
In the heated soil, is there a little bit of coagulation in the?
Yeah. In heated soil, the coagulation is most probably delayed. We can observe delayed coagulation. Right? Okay, අනිත් දේ තමයි පුතේ දැන් මෙහෙම දෙයක් තියෙනවනේ මේ. දැන් ඇත්ත කතාව ඕක වාගේ බුක් එකේ කියලා නෑ. මෙන්න මෙහෙම. මම ඕකේ දුන්නේ නැත්තේ. මොකද බුක් එකේ කියලා නැති නිසා මාක්ස් හම්බුනේ නැත්තම් එහෙම කියලා. දැන් මෙයාගේ තියෙන්නේ heated එකක් මෙයාගේ තියෙන්නේ unheated නේ. Right? මෙතන තියෙනවා දෙකේම milk. මෙතනනේ stoppers ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. What about this air? මෙතන තියෙන air. මෙතනත් air. Even in air we can observe some sort of microbes. ඒක හින්දා කොහොමත් මෙයත් coagulate වෙනවා. හරිද? But මෙයාගේ තියෙන microbial density එක ගොඩක් මෙයාගේ මේ heated නේ අඩුයිනේ. මෙයාගේ unheated කියන්නකො මේක heated දැන් anyhow heated එකේදී කොහොමත් delay වෙනවා. unheated එකේදී ඉක්මනින් වෙනවා.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hurry up with it. Others hurry up, huh? But they all done? හරිද? දරු ඉවරද? කතාව. ලේසි කතාවක්. හරි? So this is the conclusion. So in heated soil sample, most of the microorganisms are destroyed. I'll give another 1 minute. Right, okay guys. අපි continue කරමු නේද? ඇතිනේ time එක. හරි. Okay, හරි. ඉතින් ඔච්චරයි ඔය ගැන කතා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ දරුවෝ. So from this we can observe that the microorganisms present inside the solid, present inside the soil. හරි. හරිනේ? ඇතිනේ කතාව? ඇති හොඳටම. හරිද? So that's it. අපි එහෙමනම් ඊළඟට යමු මේ කතා කරන්න about the soil profile. We will discuss about the soil profile. මොනවද මේ soil profile කියලා කියන්නේ කියලා බලමු. Right. With the soil profile means the layers in our soil. Right, in our earth surface we can observe the topsoil. Earth surface එකේ පුතේ බලන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ උඩින්ම තියෙන topsoil. So that's what we call the topsoil. Underneath this topsoil එකට යටින් තියෙනවා what they call the subsoil. Topsoil එක තියෙනවා. Then we have the subsoil and then underneath that we have the bedrock. We have the bedrock. යට ඉඳලා කියනවා නම් යටින්ම තියෙන bedrock. ඊට උඩින් තියෙනවා subsoil, ඊට උඩින් තියෙනවා topsoil. Topsoil, subsoil, bedrock. Bedrock, subsoil, topsoil. Got it? Right. The difference is with the constituents. Difference is with the composition. Difference is with the ingredients. Ingredients can hold the but anyhow the composition. Got it? Hari. තේරුණානේ වැඩේ? හරි. ඉතින් ඇයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ? ඇයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ? Now just consider the topsoil, the topmost layer of this soil. මොනවාද තියෙන්නේ topmost soil එකේ? Within the topmost soil we can observe what? Oh, we can observe the decaying plant and animal matter, decaying structures we can observe in the topmost soil. උඩම layer එකේ තියෙන්නේ මනේ. ඉතින් යට layer එකට ඒවා යන්නේ නෑනේ නේද? subsoil එකේ ඒවා තියෙන්නේ නෑනේ. bedrock එකට ඒවා යන්නේ නෑනේ. So the composition differ with the different layers. With the different layers. හරි. අපි ලියාගමුද? ලියන්න පුතේ topic එක soil profile. Soil profile. Hurry up. Soil profile. Will write. What introduction එකක් දෙමු පුතේ? A soil profile is a vertical section of soil that reveals its distinct layers or the distinct layers from the surface down to the underlying rock bed. Bedrock. Underlying bedrock.
Excuse me, sir.
Each layer has unique characteristics based on its A, composition, B, color, C, texture, C, role in the ecosystem. හරි. දරුවෝ මම මේ ටික draw කරගන්න. මේ ලියා ගන්න. මම diagram එකක් දෙනවා. ඒකත් අපි පැත්තකින් චුට්ටක් draw කරගන්න.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Patel.
Is bedrock actually almost impossible to break?
Almost?
Impossible to break?
Sorry, almost?
impossible to break.
Not impossible to go. We can. යන්න පුළුවන්. බැරි නෑ. යන්න පුළුවන්. බැරිම නෑ. Right, okay?
But sir, it's very hard to break it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's very hard, yes. Why not?
No, sir, it's because the bedrock in Minecraft is impossible to break.
But we can. However, we can reach that layer, right? Right, guys? Could you please draw this diagram and name the different layers in the soil profile? So now you guys can clearly identify how these layers were distributed. Right now, if you consider the topsoil layer, roots of the most plants are spread in this topsoil, right? But some roots of larger plants even can penetrate into the subsoil. Okay? සාමාන්‍යයෙන් පුතේ ඔය චූටි plants වල හරි top soil එකේ තමයි root system එක තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි සමහර plants තියෙනවා. ඒ plants වල අපිට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්.
Can you read the D sentence?
B.
D.
A, B, C, D, role in the ecosystem. Role, R-O-L-E, in the ecosystem. In the
Okay.
ecosystem. Okay.
Finish, sir.
Finish. Okay, perfect. පුතේ අද සරියක් මේ diagram එක නම් ලස්සන draw කරගන්න ඕනි. Putty, all done? Finished?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Not yet. Hurry up, hurry up.
Okay, done, sir.
Done, right? Okay. Lamai. Next, we'll discuss about the soil erosion. But before that, I'll explain this once again. තව එකපාරක් මේක ගැන කතා කරලා විස්තර කරලා අපි කතා කරමු soil erosion ගැන, or in Sinhala what you call පාංශු කාදනය. Right? Okay. Look at this. This explains the total picture, the entire picture of the soil profile. Right. ළමයි දැන් ඔයාලා පොළව උඩ ඉඳගෙන ඔහොම බැලුවා කියලා ඕක පේන්නේ නැහනේ. This is a cross section. Profile is a vertical section. Vertical section. Vertical section. Okay, or the cross section of soil that reveals its distinct layers from the surface down to the underlying rock bed. Bedrock. Bedrock. So each layer has different properties, different characteristics based on number one, the composition. Number one, the composition. Composition. Sanyutiya. Composition. And then the color, then the texture, and the role in the ecosystem. Now, as an example, the topsoil, the role in the ecosystem is that most probably it provides space for the microorganisms as well as the macroorganisms. අපි කතා කරේ ඒ කට්ටිය මේ වැඩිපුර ඉන්නේ topsoil එකේ. And also the plant root systems, right, spreads through the topsoil in most of the plants, but in very large, huge plants, you can observe that root system penetrates through the subsoil also. Through the subsoil also. අපි ඒකත් පොඩි point එකක් විතර ලියාගමුද? ඒක චුට්ටක් වැදගත් වගේ නේ. අපි ඒකත් ලියාගමු. ඒක ලියාගෙන ඊළඟ topic එකට යමු. හරි? Right. පුතේ තව star point එකක් දාන්නකො diagram එකට යටින්. One other star point. Yeah. Put the star point like this. And then write පුතේ ලියාගන්න මෙහෙම. Roots of the most plants are spread in the topsoil. Spread in the topsoil. While in some large plants, the soil system, it spreads or penetrate into the subsoil. Most of the soil organisms lives in the topsoil as a result of the supply of availability of appium lignin. Availability of Wotan gases. Wotan gases. Availability of.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Availability of Wotan gases.
Finish.
Okay. ළමයි චූටි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න හැමෝම ඉවර කරන්න වැඩි. අපිට ඊළඟ පාර්ට් එකට move වෙන්න. Okay dah. හරිනේ දරු වැඩේ ඉවරයිනේ හරි. දැන් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න යන්නේ soil erosion ගැන වැදගත් topic එකක් exam එකට වැඩිපුරම question අහන part එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ unit එකෙන් වැඩිපුරම question අහන part එකක් තමයි soil erosion. ඇයි? හරිම simple questions අහන්න පුළුවන් මෙයාගේ. අමාරු නෑ but දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. හරි. මොකද්ද පුතේ soil erosion කියලා කියන්නේ? Yes, can anyone explain this term? මේ term එක කාට හරි දරුවෙක්ට explain කරන්න පුළුවන්. Soil erosion. Anyone? Soil erosion ගැන දන්න කෙනෙක් අහපු කෙනෙක් නැද්ද? පුතේ now we have another 30 minutes. 30 minutes තියෙනවා මේ unit එක අද ඉවර කරනවා. ඒ නිසා හොඳට මේ ටික අහගෙන ඉන්න. කලින් ඉවරනවා. කලින් class එක ඉවර කරනවා. Sorry?
All of the topsoil layer of the certain location by water, wind and animals.
Very good. Perfect.
And animals.
The soil erosion, the simplest definition is the removal of, not the soil, the removal of topsoil, the removal of top layer of the soil as a result of, as a result of an activity of wind, water, or by other animals, including ourselves. අපිත් ඇතුළත්ව, including humans. අපිත් ඇතුළත්ව. හරි? තේරුණානේ? හරි. උඩින්ම තියෙන ලේක ඔයා shoes දෙකක් දාගෙන යනවා. ওই shoes දෙකට වැලි ටිකක් පෑගෙනවා. ওই වැලි ටික තිබුණ තැන ඉඳන් තවත් තැනකට යනවා. අන්න මොකද්ද? මොකද්ද? soil erosion එක. වැස්සක් වහිනවා. වැස්ස වහිනකොට ඔයාගේ මිදුලේ තියෙන soil ටිකක් වෙන තැනකට move වෙනවා. මොකද්ද? soil erosion එකක්. got it? wind එකක් එනවා. හරි? පාරේ තියෙන දූවිලි, පාරේ තියෙන soil particles ටිකක් හුලඟි ගහගෙන යනවා. what you call? soil erosion. Simple. හරි? right. පුතේ, now just imagine in your school you guys have most probably you have a playground, sometimes without a plant cover. The plants කියලා ඉතින් playground එකේ පොල් ගස් නැහැනේ. මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? grass තනකොළ. In some cases, in some grounds, no such grass cover, only the gravel or whatever the soil. But in some sort of lands, you guys can observe some sort of lands you guys can observe fully covered with grass. Right. One question. In which ground you can observe the minimum soil erosion? The ground which covered with soil, so covered with grass, or without grass cover? In which one?
With grass.
With grass. Minimum soil erosion you guys can observe in the ground with grass cover, with a perfect grass cover. Why is that? Can anyone explain what is the reason for this?
I can.
Yeah, what? Explain. කියන්න පුතේ මොකද්ද explanation? Why? මොකද්ද?
Grass roots are catching that sands, and they that sands can't go.
Perfect. නියමයි. පුතේ grass වල තියෙනවා fibrous root system එකක්. grass වලද නැහැනේ ඔය tap root system එකක්. grass වල තියෙන්නේ fibrous root system and lot of roots you can observe, and all these roots just spreads throughout the topsoil, and as a result of that, even with the heavy rain, is not possible to move the soil particles, or no such soil erosion may result. එහෙමනම් පුතේ soil erosion එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ ලස්සන grass cover එකක්, or even a plant cover. If there is a nice plant cover, with the presence of a plant cover, it's not possible. Got it? It's very simple. We'll write අපි ලියමු පුතේ මේ topic එක. Soil erosion. Write this topic. Soil erosion. Write this explanation. Soil erosion is the removal of the topsoil layer of a certain location by water, by wind, and by animals, and my animals. The most fertile soil layer is the topmost soil layer and the removal of this layer results retardation of plant growth. Retardation of plant growth. Hurry up and write.
Finish, sir.
Finished. ඉක්මනටම ලියලානේ.
Finish.
The finish.
Okay, perfect. Retardation. Removal of this layer results retardation. මෙතන R එකක් දාගන්න දරුවෝ R එකක් දාගන්න. Retardation of plant growth. Why? This is the topmost layer and it's very fertile. Yeah, tamai fertile. Lot of nutrients. But when it's washed away, what will happen? The plant growth will retardate due to the lack of nutrients. Due to the lack of nutrients. So this happens with the water, this happens with the wind, this happens with the animals, including ourselves. Then write this question. Mention some methods of removing topmost layer of the soil හරි මෙහෙමයි දැන් මෙතනදි methods කියලා ලියන්නේ නැහැ by wind by water by animals කියලා අපි චුට්ටක් කතා කරන්න ඕනි කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා නේ write this question so we can discuss this. Done?
Sir,
Yes, Pute?
top soil is washed away by rain and flowing water.
Very good. We'll discuss. අපි කතා කරමු නියමයි. Yes. Right? Number 1. As you mentioned, අපි වා කියපු හින්දා ඒකම ගමු ඉස්සෙල්ලා. So, soil washed away, the topmost layer of the soil washed away with heavy rains. චුට්ටක් වැස්සටම වෙන්නේ නෑ. But with heavy rains, what will happen? The topmost layer will washed away. Right. What next? Now,
Why
just
sea waves in
consider.
coastal area?
Sorry,
Why sea waves in coastal area?
by the sea waves? Why not? Why not with the sea waves? Right, the sand or the soil in this beach area or the coastal area will wash away. So this is also kind of a soil erosion. And also now in dry seasons, really කාලයේදී, right? What will happen to the soil? Yes, now it's very
It's
dry,
carried by
no
air by water.
moisture, no moisture, yes.
Wind.
Moisture එක නැති වුණොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ පුතේ? එයාගේ බර අඩු වෙනවා and then easily can soil erosion can result. හුළඟට උඩින් තියෙන topmost layer එකේ තියෙන soil හුළඟට move වෙනවා. හුළඟට move වෙනවා.
Removal
Yes.
of soil by legs, hooves, and horns of
Ah.
animals.
Yes, now the animals ළඟ තියෙනවා පුතේ කකුල් වල some sort of patterns. So what will happen? ඕ ඇතුළට යනවා soil. ගිහිල්ලා සතා යන තැනට එයත් එක්ක යනවා.
Sir,
Right.
during agriculture and develop activities.
Very good. Yes. Unplanned development activities with the vehicles.
Poor
And also-
activities.
Sorry?
Poor activities.
Yes. And also with the agricultural activities, yes. Yes. And also put in now, you know, with these animals like buffaloes, elephants, ඔයාලා දැකලා ඒ කට්ටිය මඩේ ඔය මේ wild boar, බල්ලූරු එහෙම එයාලා බහැලා ඉන්නවා මඩේ නේද? දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? එයා ඒ තියෙන එතන soil ටිකත් අරගෙන තමයි යන තැනකට යන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ එයා ඒ soil ටික dry වෙලා ඔන්න බිම වැටෙනවා. This sort of things may result. Yes, we can note down. අපි ලියමුද? හරි. I'll help. Right. මමත් උදව් කරන්න. අපි ලියාගෙන යමු. ඉක්මන් කරලා අපි මේ part එක complete කරමු. We have to answer one other question. තව එක question එකකුත් ලියන්න තියෙනවා. Write this. Removal of soil by legs, horns and hooves of animals as a result of agricultural activities as a result of unplanned constructions. Number 4. Due to usage of sand or soil in constructions, washed away by rain or rivers, when carried away by wind during the
Sir, during the human activities.
dry season. Very good. Duty as a result of Human activities. Right, you can mention so many examples. Hurry up, you can add even better to add another 3. I'll give another 1 minute. Hurry up and copy, and then we have to face one other question.
Excuse,
Finish. Puti man taw podi vinadiyak wage denawa ikman karන්න.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we take earth slips?
Why not? We can. Earth slips. Very good. Earth slips.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Can we take dust storms?
Finish.
Okay, done.
So I have done.
All done, right? Yes. Okay. Hurry, lamai. Then write this question. We have one more question. තව එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා අපි ඒකත් ලියාගමු. Now these are the methods which results in soil erosion. මෙහෙමනේ soil erosion එක වෙන්නේ. ඔයාලා දැන් ලියන්න ඕනි how to avoid this. මේක නවත්ත ගන්නේ කොහොමද? Question. Mention some methods to avoid the soil erosion. Mention some methods to avoid the soil erosion. Soil erosion එක නවත්ත ගන්නේ.
Plant some plants that have fibrous root.
Very good, right? You better
Make stone.
you better introduce some plants, not only fibrous root, but with proper root system. On the well developed root system එකක් තියෙන plants cover එකක් අපි introduce කරනවා. Okay, what else?
Use windbreakers.
Use windbreakers.
Use sandbags.
By using barriers, sandbags, sorry, stone
Use
bricks, sorry.
Yes.
ඒ වගේ දෙයක් දානවා පුතේ
The
මේ.
coconut shells.
Coconut shells, very good. දානවා මේ ද slope එකක් තියෙනවා. Slope එකක් පොඩි පල්ලමක් වගේ තියෙනවා නම් අපිට අර soil erosion එක නවත්ත ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒ වගේ දෙයක් apply කරලා. Or even if there is a kind of a stream එකක්. Yes,
use
we can
windbreakers.
introduce-
Avoid from
Making drain
deforestation.
to the
Use
coconut.
windbreakers.
Avoid cutting down the plants. Avoid cutting down the plants. Okay, so cultivate according to the contour method. contour method එක. contours තියාග ඔයාගේ book එකේ තියෙනවා පුතේ ඔය diagrams දීලා. last page එකේ දීලා තියෙනවා ඔය lesson එකේ contour method එකට. අපි කොහමද fields හදන්නේ කියන එක. Right? And then prepare fields according to the terrace system for the paddy cultivation in slopy lands. And also පුතේ we can use windbreakers. උසගස් ඔයාලා දැකනද මේ pine ගස් fine yes කොහෙද in Nuwara or that hill country we can observe this sort of plant very huge එයා එන wind එක පුතේ ඒ ගස් වල වැදිලා break වෙනවා හරි strong නෑ so therefore we can reduce the speed of wind
Sir, make stone ridges
Make
against the
stone
slope.
ridges very good yes we'll write number 1 by using windbreakers
Excuse me, sir.
yeah
Why we use windbreakers to avoid that?
why now just imagine in hill country එහෙම නැත්නම් maybe even the lowland area with huge wind ලොකු හුලඟක් එනකොට තියෙන soil erosion එතනින් තියෙන soil move වෙන්න පටන් ගන්නවානේ පුතේ so to avoid that we can minimize the speed of the wind by using windbreakers ඕකට දාන්නේ plants or even maybe you can have some constructions right Hari? Got it
Yes, sir. Thanks.
okay cultivate according to the contour method cultivate according to the contour method and prepare fields according to the terrace system. Number 3, makes drain according to the contours. Number 4, by making stone ridges against the slope avoid unplanned developments or constructions by protecting the plant cover by protecting the plant cover. Hurry up. ළමයි වැඩේ කරන ගමන් තව චූටි දෙයක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වැඩේ කරන්න කලින් ඔයාලා ඉක්මනින්ම මට ඔයාලගේ last week කොච්චරක් ඔයා spend කරාද අපේ subject එක වෙනුවෙන් අපේ වැඩ ටික කරන්න කොච්චර time එකක් spend කරාද කියන එක message එකක් දාන්න chat එකට. Hurry up. Hurry up. Right. තව ඉවර නෑ. තව චූටි question එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක as a homework දෙන්න ඒක ලියාගෙන තමයි අපි ගෙදර යන්නේ. මේ ගෙදර යන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. ඔයාලා ගෙදරනේ ඉන්නේ. හා ක්ලාස් එක එන්ඩ් කරන්න. හරියට. We have another 3 minutes. Put it finished?
Finish, sir.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Done. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Then write one last question. කට්ටියගේ chat එකත් මම බලනවා. chat එක බලමු. chat එකට දාන්න. Right. අන්තිම question එකත් ලියාගෙනම අපි session එක wind up කරමු. Right. පුතේ ලියාගන්න මේ question එක. Question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can we take example for that soil erosion place covered with net?
Ah, yes. Covered with
Yes. Nets, nets, like iron nets.
okay, but yes, can. It's okay. We are using that sort of things.
Yes.
Okay, right. Then write this question. Explain method. Explain how to observe that the plant cover helps to soil erosion. These are homeworks, huh? Question number 2. Complete the unit exercise. Complete the unit exercise. You guys need to complete the unit exercise here. Hurry. බලමු කොට. තව කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා පාඩම් කරපුවා දාන්න. Sorry?
ප්‍රශ්න ලියන්න ඕනද
No.
unit
For the
exercise එකේ?
unit exercise, no need to copy the questions. You need to design this, but you can refer to page number 69. Make it a page number 69 එක refer කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි? Right. අපි බලමු කොහොමද දාලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. පුතේ තව ඉන්න පාඩම් කරපු කට්ටිය දාන්න. මේ නියමයි. හරි. 3 hours. 3 hours and 20 minutes. Again 3 hours. 2 hours per day. And 18th unit minerals and rocks are very good. 1 hour per day, very good. 1 hour per day, very good. 4 hours, sorry. Okay. Right, next week එක වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනි. 2 hours per day, very good. 2 hours per day, නියමයි. හරි. Right. 7 hours, altogether 7 hours, 4 hours. So I am study science subject 4 hours and 35 minutes. Very good. 10 hours. Very good. Perfect. And again 5 hours. Right. Who else? Who else? Who else? තව ඉන්නවා මේ වැඩ කරන්න මේ තව ඉන්නවා කට්ටිය. Right? Yes, Yenuli, you can color all the diagrams. ඔක්කොම diagrams color කරන්න පුළුවන්. Then 3 hours මදි තව වැඩ කරමු. හරි. Okay. So you have again 1 hour per day. නියමයි 1 hour per day 5 දෙනෙක් හිටියා නේ. Very good. 1 hour per day mean altogether like 14 hours. At least 10 to 14 hours mean that's perfect. Right? Okay. Perfect. නියමයි ළමයි නියමයි. මේ week එකේ target එක මම දෙනවා minimum target එකක් 5 hours. 5 hours minimum 5 hours වැඩ කරන්න ඕනි. You need to deal with these homeworks and the explanations, questions, all these things, and then try to cover up the first and the second term parts. Okay? හරි. දරුවෝ එහෙමනම් අපි session එක wind up කරමු. You guys need to complete these homeworks, explain about the first question. You need to explain that and then complete the unit exercise. But remember that no need to write the questions in the unit exercise. Just write the answers by putting the relevant question number. So that's all. Next week එකේදී අපි පටන් ගමු. අපේ physics unit එකක් අපිට කතා කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. මොකක්ද දරුවෝ physics unit එක? Force and motion. 16th unit force and motion unit එකත් එක්ක අපි next week එකේදී හම්බ වෙමු. Have a nice week. Good night. Please complete your homeworks and this stuff. So be prepared for your third term exams. Goodbye.
Good night, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Bye.
Good
Have a nice
dreams,
day.
sir.
Thank you, sir.